How's it going, guys? It has been a while since we last spoke about Wwe 2K14, but we are finally back with some talk on it. And in this one, we're going to be talking about the upcoming roster for the upcoming game. So obviously, officially, nothing has been announced at this point, but we do know one thing: every single year, WWE Games always try to make the roster bigger and better than ever before. I think I'm right in saying that on this past game, there was something like 100 wrestlers on the game. So in the upcoming Wwe 2K14, I'm expecting no less. And so I'm super excited to see what the roster is going to be on the upcoming game when that information does become available. But if we look at the current roster in real life, then already there is going to be some nice additions to the upcoming game. Just based on the current roster alone, you're going to be having guys from The Shield like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. You're going to be having the primetime players, Brad Maddox, Big E Langston, Curtis Axel, Paul Heyman, Zeb Coulter, just to name a handful. Then of course you've got the wrestlers from whichever era game they're going to be basing 2K14 on. That's even if it's based on a particular era. Obviously at this point we don't know that yet, though if I was a better man I would definitely assume they're going to be going back to the Attitude Era. So let's just say they do announce Attitude Era 2.0, which would more likely be late Attitude Era before it eventually came to an end. Then you're going to be having potential additions such as Dean Malenko, the members of Right to Censor, Perry Saturn, Test, Albert, maybe even Crash and Hardcore Holly, William Regal, and maybe even some of the ECW guys that came very late on in the late 2000 and early 2001, you know, depending on their contractual status in real life. So maybe them as well. Probably no added huge names I wouldn't imagine, but to be fair, they did cover all the big names on WWE 13. So if it was an Attitude Era game, I can't imagine any huge name additions, but there would still be some room for additions like the wrestlers I just mentioned, which I think will be a welcome addition to the game. As far as the big guys do go, if they wanted to change it up, they could easily just do different attires from last year. So for example, you would have the year 2000 Triple H, possibly the masked tank top Kane, the American Badass The Undertaker with the long hair, you know, so on and so forth. So again, lots of potential for a second Attitude Era based game. And whilst I don't think it's going to be happening, think of a potential roster for a Ruthless Aggression Era game. You would have the likes of Big Evil Undertaker with the short hair, you'd have Brock Lesnar in his trunks that he debuted in, you'd have the Unmasked Kane, a Legend Killer style Randy Orton, Mick Foley, Batista, RVD, the world's greatest tag team, Eugene, Scott Steiner, Tajiri, A-Train, Matt Hardy version 1, Billy and Chuck, Hurricane Helms, maybe even Goldberg, and you could go on and on and on with potential Ruthless Aggression Era guys. So like I said, whilst I don't see that era of game actually happening, if they were in the future to do a Ruthless Aggression Era game, then you can see just by those handful that game would have an amazing stacked roster. So we've spoke about a potential Attitude Era roster, a potential Ruthless Aggression roster, and we've also spoken about additions to the current day roster as well. So we're not even going to be talking about the WWE Legends, but we can cover Legends in another video. So guys, whether the upcoming WWE 2K14 is Attitude Era based, Ruthless Aggression Era based, or even if it's solely based off the current day roster, I do think the upcoming game's roster has got potential to be the best one yet, even beating WWE 13, which in my opinion was probably the best roster on any wrestling game to date. But guys, down below in the comments section, let me know what additions to the WWE 2K14 roster would you guys like to see, and what superstar in particular would you most look forward to playing as if they were to be announced in the game. Plus, feel free to add any general thoughts and requests that you would like to see on the WWE 2K14 roster. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. We're going to be continuing to talk about the upcoming game from now until release, so if there's any topics in regards to this game that you guys want to talk about, then let me know again down in the comment section below, and we can touch upon those in a future episode. As always, likes and comments are greatly appreciated and do help me out, so feel free to leave all that and more. But until next time, this has been 101. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you all on the next one.